Marcus Aurelius Stoicism philosophy. There comes a moment in every person's life when they must look in the mirror and face the uncomfortable truth: there is a weak version of you. And it must die. It's the version that hits snooze on purpose, the one that doubts every dream you've ever had, the one that waits for motivation instead of building discipline, the one that is driven by fear, laziness, and pleasure, instead of honor, courage, and purpose. And if you let that version live, it will bury you, alive. But here's the truth that Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, would have told you: you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. 1. The battle is within. According to Stoicism, the greatest battle you will ever fight is not against the world. It's against yourself, not against others, not against circumstances, but against your own lower nature. Marcus knew this. He wrote every morning in his journal, not for others, but to remind himself of the war he had to fight daily. The war against weakness. The war against excuses. The war against ego. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Marcus Aurelius, that weak version of you, it hesitates, it procrastinates, it wants comfort, not growth. But the higher version of you, that's the one who takes action. That's the one who dares greatly, that's the one who rises at dawn with fire in his soul, and to become that higher self, the weak one has to go. 2. Comfort is a trap. If you listen to the weak voice, it will say, stay in bed a little longer. You'll start tomorrow. You're not ready yet. It's okay to take it easy today. But Marcus Aurelius had no patience for such voices. He wrote, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work, as a human being. That is the Stoic mindset, not waiting to feel like it, not waiting for motivation, but choosing to do what is right, not what is easy. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. You cannot become who you were meant to be while indulging the weaker version of yourself. You must kill it, daily, not with violence, but with discipline. With decisions, with the actions you take in every small moment. 3. Accept reality, then master it. The weak version of you complains, it blames the world, it looks for shortcuts, it wants life to be easier. But the Stoic accepts life as it is. You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think. There's no time to waste, you're not guaranteed tomorrow, and the clock is ticking. So what are you going to do? Complain about how hard it is, or rise to meet the challenge? The weak self avoids responsibility, but the higher self takes ownership of everything: your mindset, your habits, your future. No one else is coming to save you. The sooner you accept that, the stronger you become. 4. Kill the ego, embrace humility. One of the weak self's favorite tricks is ego. It whispers, you're already doing better than most. You've done enough. You don't need to grow anymore. But Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire and still wrote, do not think yourself better than anyone. That is strength, to be powerful and still humble, to have achieved much and still say, I have more to learn. The weak version wants to be praised, the strong version wants to improve. Every day you must kill the ego that thinks it knows it all. Because true strength comes from humility. 5. Choose virtue over pleasure. Another trap the weak self falls into is pleasure. Scroll a little more, eat a little more, relax a little more. Marcus warned against this. Just as nature takes every obstacle, every impediment, and works around it, so too a rational being can turn each setback into raw material. You weren't made for a life of comfort and indulgence. You were made to overcome, to build, to rise. Pleasure is fleeting, but virtue, courage, wisdom, discipline, justice, those things make a soul unshakable. The weak self seeks what is easy, the higher self seeks what is right, and every time you choose virtue over comfort, you starve the weak self and feed the strong one. 6. Turn pain into power. Here's the truth: life will hurt, you will fail, you will lose, you will be betrayed, doubted, broken. But here's where you separate yourself: you don't let pain weaken you, you let pain refine you. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius, the weak version of you runs from hardship, but the strong version uses it. You turn your scars into wisdom, you turn your suffering into fuel, you turn your losses into lessons, and every time life hits you, you don't break, you build. 7. The death of the weak self is a daily practice. You don't kill the weak version of you once. You kill it daily. Every morning, you rise and decide, who am I going to be today? Will I honor my values or betray them? Will I show up or shrink? Will I lead with strength or weakness? It's a constant choice, a lifelong battle. But here's the reward: when you keep showing up with discipline, when you hold yourself to a higher standard, when you do what is right even when no one is watching, you become unstoppable. Not because life gets easier, but because you get stronger. 8. Start now, not tomorrow. The weak self says, tomorrow. The strong self says, now. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Your time is now, not next week, not when you're ready. Not when conditions are perfect. There's a fire inside of you, and it's being smothered by your excuses. Stop feeding the weak version of you. Stop making peace with mediocrity. Get up, move, build, become. Final words. Burn the old self. This is not about perfection. This is about progress. It's about letting the old self die, every single day, so something stronger can take its place. Burn the comfort, burn the excuses, burn the fake smiles and the lies you tell yourself. You are not a victim. You are not powerless. You are not who you were yesterday. Let that version go. Every time you choose action over apathy, discipline over distraction, virtue over vice, you kill the weak version of yourself, and what remains is a warrior, a stoic, a builder, a leader. So stop waiting, stand up, and let today be the funeral of the person you used to be.